if you make it through this little painful hurdle, and I do mean little, and even though it's big right now, I know it feels big, but I'm like a hawk over the bigger picture, you know? If you could see what I see, I mean, truly. Truly. Like you're stepping into yourself for the first time ever, because you've never been this version of you. And I know intuitively we want to hang on to the past, especially when we've chased emotionally unavailable adults, because we've now been brainwashed and trained to chase love and approval. We don't know we're doing it. It doesn't mean we're insecure. I hate when people say that. It doesn't mean we don't love ourselves. I hate when people say that. I did it too. It's what we've known our whole lives. We want to fix people because nobody ever bothered fixing us. We want to heal people because nobody ever bothered healing us. We want to be there for people, and we want to believe that we can fix people into loving us. We don't know this. This is not a conscious thing that we say out loud. We don't write it down and say, this is the plan, but we do. Emotionally unavailable people spark something in us because it's a sense of familiarity. I always tell people, be cautious of what feels like home, because if you didn't grow up in a good home environment, why would you want something that felt like home? People think it's butterflies when they meet somebody, but it's your anxiety saying, run! You should never be nervous. Your hand should fit perfectly in theirs. You should never for 1 second worry about them leaving you because you know it's supposed to be what it is. That's the truth. If you love a flower, don't pick it. Do you know that poem? Because if you pick it, it ceases to be what you fell in love with. It's not, love is not possession. You know that though. I'm not even saying you're trying to possess them. I'm saying you can't hold on too tightly to things that don't want to stay. And I don't see him. I know you've let him go. I know you're doing everything right. I'm just saying dumb shit sometimes. But I know what I'm saying. Part of your heart is just put on hold right now, wondering. And I get that. First of all, you're a human and you have emotions. And it would be weird if you didn't feel sad or in love or let down. You're a human. Process those emotions by all means. I never want to tell anybody to deny their emotions ever. You're allowed to feel exactly how you feel and process as you process. Otherwise, it'd be unhealthy to bottle it up and be fake and say, I'm fine, I'm fine, I'm fine. You know, feel your feelings. Because there was love there. There still is love there. There will always be love there. There will always be an understanding there. Even if the understanding is it's not working. Part of me just intuitively feels like he just feels like he's ashamed. I do feel addiction so strongly. I do. I feel addiction. Or just like stuck in this loop or this habit or this lifestyle or this way of doing things or way of thinking or environment. There's something there that it's just like, I'm surprised. I'd be surprised if I didn't see the devil card when I pull actual tarot for him, because there feels like some sort of toxic binding or addiction or codependency on something that would want him to stay away out of shame, because maybe I don't have the same lifestyle. But I think part of him intuitively knows he just can't be what you need him to be. And everyone's just like, why can't this person just change? What do you mean? It's some things are easy for some people, some are not for the other, you know? Why can't I stop pulling tarot? I can't. I'm never gonna do it. I'm never, you know? Why can't everybody in Utah just move to Houston? Why can't they just get up and leave? Because it takes some shit. It takes some strength. It takes some sacrifice. It takes some planning. It takes courage to do what we do. Boss up, look at that, and build home. Look at that. Strength. Not everybody has that. You're the 1%. So it's real easy for him to be like, just give it to me. But we can't undo his years of psychological wiring that's in his head, and that's how he acts. That's what he does. I used to date somebody that literally was so scared to get hurt. They were so scared to get cheated on. They were so scared to get lied to that they turned into this little nosy spy, paranoid person. And they would literally be like, yeah, you're lying to me. But the whole time they're lying to me, you're whatever. But the whole time they're like being weird and like looking through my phone and just like they're making shit up. They would create the problem. And I'm looking at it happen like, how do they not see this? And they say, everyone does me wrong, but they're like being the most unpleasant person in the world to be around. It's unbearable. And then they just self-sabotage and leave. And I'm like, And they goes, oh, this person hurt me. And then I'm like, okay, I see how every fucking relationship of theirs went. And all it took was that one bad one to like keep them that way, that loop. They had no idea. They really for real thought like they have to protect themselves. They have to look through people's phones. They have to look at those same cards, just fill out. Build home, inner strength. All eyes on you. This is what it could be. Upright.